Yeah, showing at New York, you're putting yourself out there in front of the entire global industry and saying, please critique me. So, as a designer, the stakes are high because you're showing at the highest level in front of the entire fashion industry. But, if you want to be noticed and you want to work globally, that's what you have to do. And that's why we do it. I think this is our 17th season at showing in New York, and before that we did 8 seasons in London. So, it's been 20-something seasons we've been showing on that level, and it works for us. We keep doing it because it works for us. The eyewear business, it's 10 years, which has gone in a flash, and has been a really great project to work with, and we're looking forward to another 10, 20, 30 years with that. What's changed is I think that, when we first started in the eyewear business, generally eyewear was kind of boring, and that's why we did it, because I was having trouble finding eyewear I wanted to wear. And, it was just all a little bit weak looking. And so we wanted to create something that had more energy to it. And so our style has been, with eyewear from day one, was bigger, bolder, brighter, chunkier, more toy-like. And I think that since we've started doing that we've seen a lot of the other big brands kind of change their approach to design as well, and say, oh, it's not good enough just to do a pair of eyewear with, some eyewear with a logo on the side. We need to treat the eyewear with as much care as we treat everything else in our stable. So I think that's what's changed in the 10 years we've been doing it. Yeah, that was nice to be included in the BOF 500. It was their first year last year, and I had no idea we were going to be in it, because they don't talk to you about it. You're either in it or you're not in it. And when I got the email out in the morning, I was like, oh, what a great idea, they're doing that. Fantastic. I'll look at that in the next couple of days when I get a chance. I had no idea we were in it. That's quite thrilling, because, there's only 118 designers, first of all, and it's a global thing. So we're in there with, the most, really incredible people in the industry, and I think we were the only New Zealanders in it, and only 3 Australians. So it's quite a significant moment, and to be included in that. Why they included us, I don't know. It's who they think are the 500 most influential people in the world in fashion, and I don't know, obviously they think that we have something to say, and I think that having something to say in this business is the most important thing. You've got to have a point of view, whether it's about the product or the business or the way you approach the market. It's about having something unique and strong and interesting. To work in this many categories across this many markets, you do have to have a big team. We do have a big team, and they're a great team. We've got probably about 70 staff here in New Zealand, and then we have obviously all our licensed partners and our manufacturers, and it all kind of, if you extend it out, it's quite a big group of people. And I think the most important thing is that everybody really understands the brand, our style, our handwriting, our DNA, what we stand for, and is really committed to that. So that's the most important thing. People have to get it to be on the team. They have to get it. And my job as head designer is to be, creating the ideas, looking at the ideas that other members of the team create, but also looking at every single thing that the brand touches, and sort of checking it off and going, yes, that's right, or it's not right. And a lot of that is just intuition, and it's at every level. We have great people who will bring great things to what we do, but ultimately it comes down to me or Mikhail, who's our creative director, going, does that feel right or not for the brand? Well, I think I'm naturally inclined to be able to wear those 2 hats, first of all. And I wouldn't be doing it still 25 years later if I didn't feel comfortable in both those roles. So that's the most important thing. If you're doing a job, you've got to have a natural inclination to be able to do the job well. In terms of wearing the 2 hats, it kind of really comes down to time management, which sounds really dull, but it's like the first 4 hours of the day is creative stuff, the next 4 hours of the day is business stuff, and that's kind of generally how I try to control my days. That both jobs get the time that they need, and if you've run out of time for it, then that day, then it has to go on to the next day, and so everything gets the attention it requires, basically.